Evacuating high-rise buildings during the emergencies has been a problem since architects started designing them. Now a man in Shanghai has come up with a novel solution. He designed and built an emergency slide in an apartment building. And ICS reporter Cui Huiao tested it and brings us the story.
At this 26-story residential building, a special emergency slide has been installed from the top floor to the ground. The slide is about 50 centimeters wide and is made from stainless steel and aluminum alloy. The tube-like slide can allow nearly 100 people to evacuate a building at one time. The inventor, a 70-year-old man named Zhou Miaorong, started designing the slide back in 2010, eventually making this prototype and installing it in this block to prove its effectiveness. Zhou says he's confident the slide can save hundreds of lives.
I myself live on the 35th floor. I often see stories on the news about a high-rise catching on fire and people can't escape. So I started to think about ways of escaping burning high-rises about 5 years ago.
A retired machinist from Shanghai, Zhou explains that the slide works much like a domino chain, which connects several straight troughs and bends. In the event of a fire or an earthquake, it can be easily unlocked from the stairwell on any floor. It takes about 30 seconds for the slide to set up automatically once it is unlocked. Users wear protective pads that are stored on each floor.
With this protection pad on me, it took me around 90 seconds to slide down from the 26th floor of the building to the ground. I found it a pretty easy ride because I'm still a quite young man. But what happens to seniors when they're trying to use the emergency slide as they are trying to escape the building?
It is indeed more difficult for seniors to use the slide because they aren't as flexible as young people. So I would suggest working together. For example, two young people slide with an old person in between them.
One potential drawback is children's safety. Zhou says the triggers to activate the slide on each floor are 1.7 meters high, which means small children would be unable to reach them. In terms of effectiveness, one rescue expert says, compared to outdoor rescue equipment like ropes, this slide takes very little time to set up, which is crucial in an emergency. Another bonus is that it does not require electricity, which is usually out during a fire. There are some other advantages as well.
Many people would be afraid to use ropes to get down to the ground during a fire, so psychologically a slide feels much safer than ropes. Plus, the exterior of a high-rise is an open space, which makes it relatively unpredictable compared to a slide in the building. These make a slide a safer option.
Zhou claims his slide has passed all fire safety evaluations, and the city's fire department today responded by saying it is legal as it would not impede other rescue operations during a fire. Cui Huiao, ICS for CCTV, Shanghai.